Well, well. So, because I know somebody needs to hear this, because I've been hearing it recently, lately, and I've experienced it, and it didn't feel good, but it felt great to take my power back. So, I'm gonna help you take your power back. About a week ago, I bought some tarot cards, right? And I bought these tarot cards to master my skills, um, so that I can, if I so choose, use them when or if I want to slash need to. Um, Now, about these tarot cards, just to master my skills, master my skill set, because tarot has become something that has become a really big interest in me. I remember at one point, I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare go near tarot. I wouldn't dare go near psychic. I wouldn't dare go near anything that had to do with, you know, that type of talk because of the way I was raised. I was raised Baptist. I was always raised with a set rules of how to live my life. You know, this is good and this is bad. All right, just like the majority of us. So about a week ago, I bought some tarot cards, and a couple of days ago, someone of very importance to me, you know, was just like, "Hey, did you read your Bible? Because that's frowned upon." And I was like, this was a person who does not read their Bible. This is a person who chose to discern a Bible verse strictly to my life situation and try to, unbeknownst to them, but beknownst to them, ridicule, shame, and put fear into who I am and what it is that I'm doing. Now, I spent 26 years of my life in fear. 26 years, right? 26 years, and I got over that fear when I came out, when I decided to live my life as myself and started to just do things the way that I wanted to do. Hence, Anaya. And ever since then, it was the most amazing thing I've ever done. It was so uplifting. It was so gratifying. It was so fulfilling to me, where I did not have to live in fear around people anymore, because I knew ultimately that God gave me this choice to come down here on earth and to love myself unconditionally, however it is that I choose to love myself. And this is the greatest version of loving myself. I love it. But in that instance right there, I sat back and I really just watched. And I was able to see more than what it was that I wanted to see. Sometimes we try to be blind to things that are oblivious right in front of us. When you're growing, when you're expanding, sometimes you're going to grow and you're going to expand beyond the people who you thought would be there for you forever, a.e., your family. And when you're growing, you're expanding, and when you're trying to do these things that are going to fulfill you, when you're trying to do these things that are going to make you happy, even if you're just testing the waters, your family is going to be your biggest critics. They're going to be your worst enemies. They're going to be the people who tell you you can't. They're going to be the people who tell you you shouldn't. They're going to be the people who tell you right now is not the time because it's convenient for them. And this is something that I had to learn. This is something that I had to face. This was something that I had to experience. This is something that I had to endure. Now, when it came to this whole religion type thing, like I said, I grew up Baptist. So growing up with you have to live your life a set way was very adherent, you know. However, I can honestly say my grandma, she was cool. She was real chill. She was real cool. Not to say anyone else around me isn't cool, really, and isn't chill, but I vividly remember her being honestly cool and chill on some things, you know, some things. But there are some things she was just really cool about. But when it comes to religion, I couldn't ever listen to someone who decides to discern a Bible verse because it's convenient to mock my life circumstance. I couldn't ever listen to someone who decides to discern a Bible verse to make me feel less than when they themselves do not follow the Bible in its entirety. If you're going to use the Bible, you should walk and follow the Bible in its entirety. And I'm going to tell you like this, there is not one person on earth who walks and follows the Bible, a book that has many, many amazing discernments. Many amazing discernments that I myself believe in as well. But a book that was written by a man that pisses and bleeds the same as I, the same as you. A book that has so many XYZ components that it just kind of doesn't make sense, you know? I'll give you a couple examples, and I don't know the Bible, but I'll just give you a couple examples. We shouldn't have kids before we shouldn't have kids before marriage. We shouldn't even have sex before marriage, you know? But pretty sure your parents did it. I shouldn't be wearing these Batman pajamas, you know? But hey, I'm doing it. And you shouldn't be wearing what it is that you're wearing, but you're doing it. Women shouldn't be preaching, but women preachers are everywhere, and they are powerful, amazing, influential preachers. Influential. Some of them, you have to be careful. Some of them. So many other things. Like I said, I don't know the Bible, and I'm not going to sit there and contradict. But so many other things, and this video is not meant to be a long video. So I couldn't ever listen to someone who tries to discern a Bible verse to depict my life circumstance, to mock my life circumstance, to ridicule my life circumstance. I couldn't ever listen to someone who decides to discern a Bible verse who in their everyday life will not even pick up a Bible verse for themselves. I say this to many individuals. Following a religion is foolish for some. For me, it was foolish. Following the masses is foolish for some. For me, it was foolish. To not gain your own personal relationship with God, to understand that you are loved unconditionally and you have the free will to do whatever it is that you want to do that's going to make you happy as long as you are doing it in the name of love, is foolish for all. That is something that I truly believe and stand by. If you are not out here trying to build your own personal relationship with God so that you can discern what is best for you and ultimately you, not what's best for your mother, not what's best for your father, not what's best for your granny, not what's best for even your kids, what's best for you. You need to remove everyone from the situation to discern what's best for you. Then what exactly are you doing? And the reason I'm saying this is because it ties into whatever it is that you want to create. Your hopes, your dreams, your passions. You have to know that when you're creating these hopes, when you have these hopes and when you're creating these dreams, when you're chasing the passions that you have inside of you, you have to understand people are going to ridicule you. People are going to mock you. People are going to criticize you because they're supposed to. They're going to test you. They're going to try you. They're going to trigger you. They're going to pull every single trigger that they know that they can. It's their job to. It's their job to see how strong you are. To see how strong you are that whatever it is that you want is really worth it to you. These people don't give a damn. They're still going to sleep at night. They're still going to sleep great because they've done what it is that they felt they needed to do. But you? Yeah. Knowing someone's trying to control you, knowing someone's trying to place limitations on what it is that you can go out there and do, knowing someone's trying to choose what path is right for you, instead of allowing you to go out and ultimately choose whatever path it is that you want to take. No path is ultimately right for any of us, if we so choose to believe the next man. And by the next man, this could literally, sometimes the next man will literally be your own father, your own mother, your own sister, your own brother. And it's not to say that these are bad people. It's just to say that some people are so stuck in traditional ways. In traditional ways doesn't just have to mean religion. It could just mean in a traditional way is a negative belief of what you can't do, instead of believing what you can do. Some people are so stuck in this way that they can't see past their own bullshit. That's toxic. No toxic. Remove yourself from toxic energies and toxic people, because you won't ever be able to flourish. You won't ever be able to shine. You won't ever be able to become the best version of you. And that's all we really want, right? Is to become the best version of ourselves. So, you have a choice. You can stick to what you're used to. And if it's working for you, hey, by all means, stick to it. But if it's not, take a good look in the mirror and see if the choices that you're making today, right here, right now, are beneficial to you or to someone else. And if it's not beneficial to you, then you know what to do. You know what to do, but will you choose to do it? Only you know the answer. Not me. I'm just some YouTuber.